Jason, speak to me.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening, everybody. You don't know anything, no? It's yours truly, Jason, aka China Wallen, aka Wutup, aka Madam Bad, aka Support for Support. You know, hey, I just gotta say, it's been a wonderful 2 weeks. Especially for my boy on the other side, Alan Powell. You know, take it away, take it away.
Good night, everybody. So I'm here at the Potwork facility, and this is the hard part of the trip. And there's a lot of things I would like to tell you in relation to traveling. First of all, I had an amazing trip, Jason. I needed to understand I had an amazing trip. I went to Florida, and I also went to
Uh huh.
the Yucatan Peninsula. You understand? And I had a
The
wonderful
what?
time. The Yucatan Peninsula. Yeah, if you know, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't getting into all of that, but I had
Okay.
a wonderful time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Traveling is possible. Everybody over there is trying to do the same thing at this point in time, as far as the COVID. So I mean, on all flights I had to have on my mask. But basically,
Yeah.
when I reach, you are allowed to like live like you in Nevis. I had an amazing time.
Okay. I could see that because your forehead looks shine, man. You know what I mean? When people forehead look shine, so you understand me? We got a code word where we don't use where we say, "Bah, you look like me partner been a walla bag." You know?
Well, I had a good time. Really
Okay,
good
that's
time.
good. Proud of you. You
What,
deserve it. One life to live.
what you know? Hear me. Let me get into some of the nitty gritty
Uh
as
huh.
far as this traveling thing. No, no. If you are
Okay.
traveling, as I'm saying, it's possible. You got to wear your mask. There will be COVID tests involved. I take about 6 COVID tests. Like from Nevis to going America,
Uh
going
huh.
other places, so I take about 6 COVID tests. It's not uncomfortable.
Mm.
Well, it's not uncomfortable. It's not something where you can't get over. You can push up the thing in your nose, you air on water for a little bit, and then
Uh huh.
send the sample. Um, you in certain places, one of the places, the hotel actually give you a free COVID test. But in other
Mm.
places, like you got to pay. Now, as far as the need is spent,
Yeah.
400 is the starting point. You got to have 400 easy. Okay. Now, coming back, I choose
Uh
to
huh.
stay. No, he got Potworks and he got Wally. Those was the two options. I call Wally. Wally 980 US. That, I'm going on. So anyway, so Wally tell me 980 US. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't see
Sorry
that right
about
now. You understand? So I reached Potworks. I was told today that the fee is 750. No, well, you go say 750 because it's
that.
for the
ECI
procedure.
US.
No, let me tell you something, Jason. That's the next thing. I ain't understand what going on with everybody, right? And since I come back, I reach the airport, they're telling me, your price will be 43 US. When I reach on the boat, they're telling me my price will be 30 US. When me reach the taxi and Nevis, they might tell me my price will be 20 US. Up to now, nobody tell me nothing in easy. So me not really understand. Everywhere me go, me ask, I be there Nevis? I be there sinking? How come I not talk to me in easy? Everybody talking to me.
Well, Well, partner, you don't realize what the fuck you there. You there on the fucking US end. From you reach Cotton Ground, everything is US. So get your act together when you reach Poly. From the airport, from you leaving the airport, you understand me? They're taking you to the peninsula. They took you on a ferry. Yes or no?
Yeah, they took me.
What kind of ferry? The sea taxi?
Yeah, they took me. Yeah, and then.
Well, you see, you understand me? You get all accommodation, service with a smile because you're laughing now. You understand me? They took you over safely.
No.
But over them ends there is US ends. You check?
No, I would like you to know because listen, the boatman let me know how he deal with his USA. But all I'm saying is, I feel like still you could get a kind of feel for what going on. You could see certain people and say, well, bye, they are returning national. You understand? And then you could see somebody else and say, well, bye, this is a tourist. Jason, if you come home, okay, if you don't come back for 10 years, you ain't a tourist. You're a returning national. Deal with the price in an EC. You understand? Let me feel like me reach home.
The work out you come from way up north. You understand me? Anybody traveling these times probably got money. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But I understand what you're trying to say. Like, yo, you understand me? You coming back home, you're returning national, and everything under US. I guess saying the US make the numbers smaller, seem smaller. So when you think about 20 US, you walk out, you come from USA, Puerto Rico, or whatever. They don't got this kind of fucking head like, but yeah, dollar for dollar.
No, I deal with EC. So when you tell me US, I tell me the EC. You got a calculator too. Matito. Because I pay in EC. It's easy we work.
Yeah, but in US, the money gonna come flat. When you pay US, it's one flat rate.
I don't feel like this supposed to be no US scheme. Tell me the question.
Well, yeah, but for me, from a street perspective, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's a hustle. Because saying it in US is more catchy than saying it in EC because it like, you know what I mean? You're seeing all the figures them when you calculate it, judging by the US now, you know what I mean? It seems smaller, so you just look at it, okay, me just compare it. Blah.
Well, wherever they want to, they get in the money easy. But the overall picture, I'm saying is between the COVID test and the quarantine and all these type of things. You don't pass your boat. Since they like US prices, they don't pass your boat $1,000 US. And that's if you stay Potworks. If you stay anywhere else, then you're
staying at Potworks.
Yes.
And you're paying overall $1,000 US.
Basically, when you're counting all the money.
Wow.
Because remember I tell you got the 750 and then you got the 400 where you start off with.
Meals apart it, food apart it, and something like other than the rooms. Wow.
You get a bed, you get an AC, you get basic utilities, but you ain't get any utensils or any linen. So you got to make sure somebody reach over by disaster. They will reach here, I think they say twice a day during the week and once a day on a weekend. Oh yeah, and another thing to tell you, because I arrive on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And when you arrive on a Sunday not home. The lab is not open on a Sunday. So if you arrive on a Sunday, they ain't gonna release it until Monday when they could test you.
Oh. Yeah, but do they tell you they give you back your results after you take the test?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, and I think
Man,
you got to
yeah, just
download
now.
some. Yeah, they give back the results. And I think you got to download that so if anything happen afterwards, and jury, then they want have some kind of information for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You could see the comments
overall,
them. I get in trouble seeing the comments them.
I would have to go on Facebook. I'm not seeing the comments clearly on this page.
Okay, I seen it now. Yeah, good evening to Jackie, Richard, Chips, Leafy Greens in the house. Big up yourself. Jasmine, big up yourself. What is the exchange rate in US? Yeah, it depends, Jackie. 2.6, 2.7, depending. Very dependent on where you go. Isn't it 560 plus 100 years for the test? Wow. Yeah, just going
It's
through the
two tests.
comments. I can. Yeah, man, big up yourself.
It's two tests. So you got to pay for one after the first week and the next one after the second week.
So you pay this cash, or is it a down payment or something? Like you could make that arrangement. How it goes?
Well, I was told you could pay it at any time before you leave. But you got to be cash or check, no card. I feel like you need it. I feel like card needed to be an option at this point in time. But cash or check. Yeah, that's the way there, you know.
Okay. So good. It's so good.
But you
Well, it's so good in them favor. You know what I mean? Not for a hard name, man.
Hello?
Okay, that's the way you stay. Okay.
It is not bad for you.
Yeah, you can see the place. Well, as I tell you, everything where you see what extra,
Everything clean.
like mine, eh? But
Bed, you don't get
the
any
basics are there.
linens or anything. You don't get anything. Literally nothing, but the basic infrastructure is alright, clean. Table, a chair,
But,
condition.
okay, Jason, here one of the things that
Yeah,
I would
Wi-Fi
talk
here.
about with regards to the, as I tell you, the price. Eh? This is a $1,000 US. Now, you got certain countries were billing certain things, what say like, if you returning for more than 3 months,
See the place.
then you're not going to pay.
You
Social
walk,
security
you
or
can
something
be
take care of
upstairs of
that.
the third building up there, and you can walk up.
You know what I'm saying? To ease the thing of coming
back.
back. Because
That's it,
coming back, you got to pay like you're staying in a hotel again. And as I tell you, the other option is overlay. Wearing,
But as I tell you,
you ain't necessarily assured you're going to be able
so
to.
you have to get where you want.
So it's $980 and you ain't like, don't get food, as you said. You ain't know what is included as far as them type of things.
But
So
it's
it's hard.
cheaper. It's cheaper. You be cheaper. You be use the money there rent a room over at Potwork for the month. So next time you plan to travel and you have to quarantine, contact the owner of the property. Say, hey, I want a room rent for the month, because the same police gonna out there guard, whoever out the guard is gonna be a guard you too. So you're very protective.
But you gonna can't do it. There's a quarantine site, no? So you gonna can't do it. You only gonna get it if you go to the complete task force.
But based on which man there, based on what I'm seeing, which man there, it look like a different building in a 1 yard. So that's what me say. What me say.
The lady had told
Yeah,
me
you got
that
to
kind
see
of
the
park up
building.
there where we could go back. Okay.
Easy money for somebody. Somebody smiling. I guess we could invest in some apartments and all that stuff like that, and maybe lease it out too.
So they got a little space where they
something that will happen to us as far as like
whatever.
the man got to make it cheaper to like come into the country. Boy, it's too expensive. Realistically, because what happened to it? I see places.
So I guess this is
I was in, like, for example, I was in Miami for spring break. And the man had to shut down Miami because of people. You understand? You're going places and you're seeing people like want to travel. But I feel like either they got to stick with the tough quarantine, but free up inside of the country, the sports, the culture, like action tip, the wasn't tip functions, you understand? Either you will stick with the tough and then let things go on inside the country, or you want got to make it some kind of easier to get into the country. Otherwise, you know how motivated you got to be to get back home. But Jason, listen, you're the first time, right? And then what go back
when
home,
you got to just put on your mask.
Yeah.
I reach back home, you know, have responsibility.
These
But
areas. So?
I was enjoying myself in life. And when you got to, I mean, especially you're older for a little while, remember, particularly if you're a resident, you can't just go out and work like that, you know. My visa ain't committed to straight. So you just out there. And you, as I said, you're enjoying yourself. But inevitably, you got to come back home to responsibilities, and then you got to come back home and 750 waiting for you at the least. You can remember, if you start early, that means not 1,200 hours. You go say 1,200 hours. Yeah. Just to come back home. I feel like it's impeding people from traveling. Well, at least.
But they look like you want, Alan, hold on. But they look like you want a little paint up, man, because it look like the wall, they look like, look, yeah, right, but, look sanitary, knowing that COVID is in the air, only being thoughtful.
Maybe say, yeah, ain't awful. Could be a little better, but
it look better than what we see up Pinnis, the garbage what we see from Pinnis.
Well, I'm unsure what you're talking about, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But outside of that, bye.
Yeah.
Also big up Reese Chas and Ira Willie, cause as I said, I get to see some of the real talk family. I get to drink some family with Reese. But Reese give me time. You know what I'm saying? I glad I'm in quarantine because now I could have some water. I understand.
You go out.
Yeah. I needed that. But
True. Yeah, man. True, you talk about out, right? You understand me? I've been wanting to touch base on this. My name that about the premiere. You understand me? Like, I can't believe a year has passed since the money take paycheck. You understand me? From my point of view, you know what I mean? That's a good move, you know what I mean? Sacrificing your payment, your paycheck or whatever. Even if you sacrifice the whole breakdown money or whatever fee you get, what they call it? The tuition or something, so?
yeah.
The allowance, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the allowances.
Yeah, because I hope all of that include the travel allowance because you don't need no traveling. So, you know what I mean? That's a good effort in sacrificing NIA payments. It's NIA payments alone, right? Both of them, both federal pay and NIA money. It's just
Is only
curious.
is only the NIA I've heard up to this point in time. But
Okay. 1 year
as
he
you
did it.
as you mentioned this, right? This is
Yeah.
my perspective and the deal. No, you can't criticize it in any manner. You understand?
No.
But I would like to say this. He has said before, he says so, that he make
Mm-hmm.
less money as the premier than his project. So, in saying that money is not a factor, he good. He all right. And even on top of that, as we say, he still
Yeah.
have the federal salary to fall back on. And then
Yes.
even on top of that, when you are a minister for I think 2 consecutive terms, then
Yeah.
your pension or whatever lucky in. So the premier good. What is the problem? I don't see it as any kind of big deal or anything like that. He good. What's the story? He doing what a leader supposed to do in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me not see the big deal. He said no, money is not a problem. He still like get federal money. And the pension lucky.
True.
Yeah,
True.
he good. What is 1 year? And I hope that he follow through because he said he will not be
Uh-huh.
collecting it until the pandemic is over. And
Huh.
we had a show. We actually had a I was in Nevis and we had real
Mm-hmm.
talk on P Bishop and the day
Uh-huh.
that it was declared a pandemic. You understanding? That was March the 15th last year. Because we was even having a
Mm-hmm.
conversation. I was out of the country and I was arguing that he should be in the country because
Yes.
of the seriousness of the situation. You understand?
Uh-huh.
And I would think that the leader have to be in the country. And you could
Yeah.
see from time until now the seriousness that we are dealing with the world because we still ain't come back to where we were. And that's why we needed like all a clock. Everybody know. You needed to be honest, you needed to have a plan because it's a global pandemic. So he said that he will not be collecting his salary until the pandemic is over. So let us see because this pandemic
Because
is
maybe,
yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe you mean the island pandemic?
Well, even if you mean that when you look I was looking today at the COVID numbers
Yeah.
as far as the amount of people who have gotten the vaccine. And I see for Nevis the number is 2,000. Okay, as of last night it was 2,290. And when
Uh-huh.
I left here the 10th, it was 1,477. So even the numbers as far as like the amount of people getting vaccinated, you could see like it's slowing down. So I think that's why you're seeing I mean the obvious strategy. We don't know if we don't come to if you want carnival, if you want to learn, which I think is the wrong strategy. But you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? What I say, roll up to roll out, something like so.
I guess, hey, we could think all kind of stuff there about this thing, right? Yeah, so I feel like somebody bigger than, well, they are like somebody bigger than somebody in terms of when it comes to them kind of systematic plan, that yo, if you don't give out at least 70% of these vaccines, you know what I mean? We're gonna do this or that to whatever to cut your food short or something. I feel like there's some intimidation in terms of that force there in terms of like we ain't know a lot of things. You check it out, all the we know. You check it out, but by the time you ready to know it all, they done 10 step ahead again.
Well, which you answer the vaccine, because even I don't come to the realization.
Because even last night,
Go ahead.
even last night, I see somebody over Real Talk Channel, somebody asking like for the $800,000, you know what I mean? The deposit they made. I ain't know, but I know he went in a church. Timothy Harris went in a church and said, you know what I mean? He already gave 800,000 US or something like that. If that correct me, and like
Wait.
everybody wants to know where the money gone.
Hold on. Because as you mentioned,
Uh-huh.
I read an article, and I think Denzel Douglas in Parliament was asking the Minister of Health, I cannot recall her name, Byron Nisbet. He was asking her about the same 800,000, and in the story he said that that is an inaccurate number, and that the speaker did not allow the question to be asked because the Prime Minister had said that the number was 220 something thousand, and that 96,000 was paid by CAFA, and then the other 127,000 was paid by the government. So apparently the number is 220 something thousand, and we pay basically 128,000 as far as I have been reading. Got it.
So the 800 get gone through the door.
It seemed like we did not hear what we heard. I'm just telling you what I read in an article. See, I get
So
prepared enough, so I just telling you what I read. This is what I read. So
okay.
apparently, we did not hear what we heard. We misheard.
But you look back to see, right? You take the first dosage after them fucking school again and say, yo, wait, keep it up until I take the second dose. You know, real bad. I go cost. What about we? We go cost for about 9 days and everything dilute again.
Well, remember now, you're going to have consequences on it. For example, I don't want, for example, the doses to spoil. So you attack about second dose. Hopefully we could get enough people who finish off what we got. Because remember we got more coming.
But
And
hear this, But hear this, Alan. Hear this. Imagine it. Election. Look how much votes you get in one day. Yeah, I mean people come out in the numbers, motorcade, people come out in the numbers. I show at the end of the motorcade there, where everybody attend to during the pandemic. You know what I mean? During the election time, during the pandemic, during the state of emergency. Everybody get a drink in their hand. But look at the vaccine turn out. Ain't turn out like how as planned.
well, maybe people feel like there was more informed as to where they should vote rather than about the vaccine. And you see, part of the
Because
problem.
look at that. Look at that. Look at that. A combination of 25 or 26% of the population right now, yes, I mean, already took the vaccine. Where is the other 75? Where is the other 74? You know what I mean? Like, I looking at this thing, right? I'm like, these numbers here, these are people who vote.
Well, by and he had it too because, as you said, it is less people than what us vote on the day.
You know, here, that is supposed to done in a one day. They should have do vaccine by KFC. Navy's people would have been fucking lying.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like they would have an even vaccinated if they didn't put vaccine by KFC.
Anyhow, they put a vaccine stand by KFC. And the wedges, my dog dead. Dog dead. Watch out. You see big truck. come off a old road, you understand me, stop do the work, park up the fuck somewhere, some fuck, you understand me, and gone there, just to get a bucket of that and some vaccine. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna tell you the next thing about the vaccine is the choices, because I know people who are willing to take the vaccine, but they're also waiting to see what's going on with this Johnson and Johnson. Because down here for sure, I know we ain't gonna get the Pfizer and we ain't gonna get the Moderna. It's AstraZeneca. Well, as far as anything from Russia or China, if they can't get people to sign up for the AstraZeneca, me not really how the Russia and China part are how. I for sure I ain't signing up. And you can't let me do that one then. You don't have to let me do that one.
Well, Alan, listen now. You understand me? First of all, there was a vaccine. You understand me? Now there are vaccines. Different brands, just like Nike, Timberlands, here. You know, all these other shoes.
And that's where you want
look at it now.
And you want to see the options were available.
Well, me want the diplomatic vaccine. That's what me want. Me want the diplomatic vaccine. Like take me around the world.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple. Just give me the diplomatic one.
We don't have any kind of office in Canada. You're gonna have to link up with the office in Canada.
Well, you could link up with Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson are way probably a long time.
Yeah, but I want to see what's going on with other options. But the responsible thing, as I always say, is to take the vaccine. But the responsible also is to get as much information as possible and then make the best choice that is available to you.
But I back down there, not you. Because here, I get the vaccine done, dish out the vaccine, don't do the vaccine roll out and roll up. You know what I mean? And well, look, after that, I got counseling about it after I don't start to do the roll out. Yeah, come on down tonight. We're gonna explain to you about the vaccine. You're gonna educate you about the vaccine. After I don't take it, you wanna explain to me. That means you just as last. That should have been in place. Now, in the fact you already made a deposit.
I think that actually them had started something. I believe I would have liked if they had started earlier, but them had started something a couple days I think before, maybe like a week before. I know I see that they were having some kind of talks, but I don't believe like they had started off more private. Well, not private, but I think the first people who get the vaccine were more like in the tourist industry and so. So they might attack, like for example, to the police. They might attack to customs. Them kind of areas there to sensitize them first. People in the hospital for sure, and then they start to get to the public. But I feel like they should have go way from the start to school, like let the public know. And then also, what people concerned about this AstraZeneca and these blood clots and this kind of story, man. So you really got to wait and see what is going on before you whatever gamble. I don't have any kind of blood situation that I know about, but I know people with blood situation and there's like they ain't taking AstraZeneca. That ain't gonna happen. At all. Johnson and Johnson taking the time, you know what I'm saying? And you could wait and see. Develop and make a choice. Because at the end of the day, yeah, the responsibility is to take the vaccine. But also, okay, Jason, let me talk about this vaccine. No.
Yeah.
Remember, pieces are you're dealing with incentives. You understand? Why not something to take the vaccine? For example, as I done say already, if you want to tell me that me ain't gonna have to be in quarantine, you might start to get me to get in the direction of taking the vaccine. You understand?
Yeah. Of course.
If you because then here what you do know, you take away the $550 when you got to go spend. You take away another $200 when you got to go spend. These are the things. What is it? You see, that's what me say. We're talking about then action. Action is what we really supposed to be our incentive for taking this vaccine. We got to be talking about real things. You take you take 2,700 easy from me, and that is a problem. Tell me about how that gonna be less. Tell me how I gonna get back to going away and coming back easier, free of them kind of burden there. You check it out. If you go
Boy,
after
man. Your money gone to somebody's stimulus.
if you go offer people money to be here, where you can't offer people money to take the vaccine, talk to me, give me some kind of incentive. You understand? If they want me to take it now, but don't tell me nothing about action. Cultural armor is where you're gonna hold over my head. Really and truly. And carnival. Watch it just
Hold
not
on,
happen. But we
hold on,
still
move
living.
ahead, yes.
But we still living. We still good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
And we're gonna continue to be good. No ban, alright then DJ. Alright. What you gonna do? Really and truly it running back to stagnate the country on a social level. Yeah, you know, we doing all of these movies and so, and we want to display the culture, but we culture is deadness. No, we gotta get back to like living real life. You understand? And okay, when you look at what going on out there, like I read a story there, the under 19 World Cup is going to be played. Okay. He got some kind of youngster right now in a Nevis want the opportunity over at West Indies under 19. He ain't supposed to be held back because we ain't playing no sports. We ain't getting no sporting events. You got to sort out this thing so that these are an opportunity because life is being lived out there. You're doing it. I just wait out there, do it and come back. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to like real life.
True.
The AstraZeneca, right? You know, they just need to sensitize people more about it. But the numbers line now, incentivize the people. I don't see
Boy,
culture
if you realize,
possible.
listen what going on. If you know this a war go on, you understand me? It's simple, you understand me? All you gotta do, take two pieces of two flat 2x4 and clap them in the ear, tell them again, won't go bust me gun. And take two by four and clap them in the ear and say, by the man want, put him on the piece. You understand me? He look like he come over. Yeah. Take 2x4 and just clap them. Make sure they fire so you could acquire people by forces who feel threatened. But yo, here what me say now. As you talk about, as we there touch base with the vaccine and all that stuff there, and they could touch base with Mother Nature. And when I talk about Mother Nature, right, I talking about the earth. You know what I mean? Soil, dirt, agriculture, land, fence. You know what I mean? Irrigation. Once you talk about irrigation, we're talking about, yeah, the Kelvin, the daily, you know? Yeah. Because daily anyway, there, you don't know anything, no? You don't say you give up and all that stuff, but whole faith, brother. You check it out because all of we, you know what I mean? It's the motherland. That's the most I could say. It's the motherland. It's all that we want. You check it out. And Alan, me go come clean with this topic, you know what I mean? Yeah, we had talked about it before, we had talk about it, but this is our version. You check it out, we go say it how we see it. And make here Topiks. So, Alan, just give me your take on that shit.
Okay. First of all, we don't know that is wrong. My kind of take on this thing, right? Okay. I first of all, I don't pass the damage. The damage is wrong, and I don't even know who did the damage, but whoever did the damage is food. The big thing what I take out of this thing, though, my major concern and issue coming out of this thing is Daly is a big man, eh?
Yeah.
And when you break a big man like he will, and you hear like him on a ball, and you hear the man like, he give up. It rough. I had never expected to I hear some people say that it's politics and it's so politics be debating to all of them kind of things. I don't really see it so. I don't think he got to be so, and I don't like it. Because whether it's politics or personal, however it is, because it's not just that. When I say it's food, right? It's food in a literal sense of he growing food, but it's also his money you playing with. You understand? His livelihood, and then this is touching out, and then that's what like okay. Let me talk about this in a common sense too. I would have gone on real talk and tell her for sure last year that CCM is going to win 3-0 in Davis, and Daily for sure is going to lose. This for the first time that I could remember. It's like I see Daily like as a human. You understand? I tell you them I'm break up and live and direct. I was shocked. As I tell you, like, really and truly, like, the man don't just be angry to me. But it's like this full submission of the man. And I don't like how a lot of the atmosphere around it was. Because, for example, Jason, in life, and people just get kind of offended by these kind of things. No, I just said two things to myself, and these ain't to bring myself down. These is kind of something to work hard in life. No, first thing, number one, I just said, and people who love me now, me and us, for sure, me and us, definitely. And Jason, the next thing, I ain't shit. You got a lot of people who wanna feel like there's this and this and that. No. You got to go easy. Things could change tomorrow. You ain't know how this thing works. You got to carry this thing No, listen, me not tell you, me not humble no, but me I say, nobody is perfect. You ain't gonna get everything right. You might be
True.
good in a this area, you got this wonderful car. And then when I be see where you live, I be can't believe. You check it out. You might aim and nothing like a so, but you could fix all kind of things. And then when you look now, you take that and you build that into something else. You check it out. You can't feel like you bigger than anything. You are one person. So at the end of the day, you ain't shit. You realize you're dead and tomorrow somebody else here up. Go in there. Take over your space, take over your locker and just go do your job. You know what I mean? Then man go by your funeral and then you're done. You got to remember that. You check. So you go build up yourself. Don't be this up story. Now, having said that, I want to let you know that there are people who can afford these privileges because they are somebody, Jason, the influential. You understand? The responsible. They are role models in society. They hold high office. You understand? So when you are going to be on a radio show and you're kind of being dismissive of these kind of things and you're kind of fueling the atmosphere, that's when now things could get out of hand. You understand? Sometimes, listen, I kind of feel when you watch Donald Trump,
Yeah.
and you watch the premiere, it's kind of you seeing a lot of things are similar, you know. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he needs to chill out, man, with a lot of this rhetoric um, and concerning the land, because he would have had a show like the week before, and so talking about daily and the land, and he not having any claims to the land. This thing should have been handled, and he knows procedure. He are about procedure. He would be the first one to tell you this is a federal issue. I can answer that. He, question he could answer,
True.
or question he can answer. You check it out. So he needed to
So
deal
true.
with the professional manner according to the office. He can't be in shit, you know. He shit. He's somebody. He can't be an ass. He need to cool out. You understand? Because that's why I'm saying now you're building the atmosphere for these type of things. You see what happened with Trump and the White House story. Sometimes the language you use kind of create an atmosphere where people is like, bye, you could do things. And I'm saying, you ain't hear the man say, the man ain't gonna go to the land. You understand? So you gotta calm down the situation and be a cooler head. That's what a leader do. In the same way, no, he gonna come and say, he ain't taking up for a year. We come now and be a big man too about this situation. The next part of this thing, well, with regards to that, right? With regards to everything what I done here and gather with
But
this
but
situation.
hold on. But hold on. During remember he had a period where like how he was giving all these amnesty to farmers and all that stuff there in terms of free water and all that stuff there, and anybody could get a piece of land free or something like that. I think, you know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong. And you get to do your farmland or whatever, you know what I mean? That ever happened? That ever happened? People take advantage of that opportunity.
I know he had the free water story. Me know nothing about the free land part. I'm uncertain of that free land part. But I would
Well,
like to
free
say
land
some.
lease.
I would like to say something about Daily and the land. Now,
Uh-huh.
everything what I said, babe, what I hear Daily say about the land and so, and even how he would have described how the government may have dealt with the situation, it seemed like there was a lot of word of mouth. Now, at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I make sure whatever land I got, but ask our people, ask them if I'm deed, and if it's a deed, they're not saying nothing, but you need to get it as a certificate of title. That is number one. Next thing in life, this word of mouth story is not going to get you far in a life. I don't believe nothing when nobody say when them talk about them a promise me nothing. If you're gonna give me, put it right in my hand. Then I gonna believe you. Are you in me? I see, I'm aware. But we need to stop this word of mouth story. It's a part of I feel like Navy State to get more business oriented. We watch a lot of things in a lot of different areas, and we wonder why people are not capitalizing and making money for all kind of different reasons, whether popularity or different things. And I feel like we need to get a more business mindset, and one of the things then is stop word and more. If you and a man
Mm-hmm.
agree upon tell them write down on a piece of paper, write down your name upon that. Be a man. Because we see where this word amount thing. I got people in my life who I deal with on a word amount level, you know. But that is after years of consistency, so that I know that when they say boom, is that's what it is. You can't be word amount just so. And we dealing with business,
True.
serious business, and that's part of the obstacle as far as I could see that Daily is facing. Because listen, on another level, if Daily um really have right to the land, no, it would have been hard for me in that I see that my things they mash up. And even if I not get no compensation because I don't know who mash them up or whatever, it would have been hard to start up over and all them things there. But if it's my rights to my land still, I still would have been, I would not have give up. Understand? You can't give up. So I like when he said he left the keys or whatever, me not like that part there. I wouldn't advise that part there if he really have rights in the land. You know what I mean? What I will advise,
Yeah.
and this is another business thing. Right now, if you deal with business, come on. Security is necessary. Some and you got ways how you could do it. No matter what the conditions, there are ways how you could do it right now. People can't catch you half guard unless you're sleeping at this point. So them two things them me feel like by like we go get serious when we do with business. Don't let nobody promise you nothing. If they're serious, let them write it down on a piece of paper. This is what agreement. Because when they
But
break that, there will be consequences.
that's true. But we ain't know the full story to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, we ain't know the full story to man. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like, as I say, I went live last week or whenever I went live. You know what I mean? I like this. You know what I mean? I guess you know what I mean, because yeah, when somebody see a right away who take advantage of you, you understand me? Tell yourself that then we you know. You understand me? Because a lot of, it's like, for instance, if you hit me first, you understand me, and me see, and people see that you hit me first, I'm going to hit you back in front of them. I mean, I think I'm going to hit you. I'm going to try box down sink it. Let me right there. Me not try box you, I'll box down sink it. So I know I hit you hard. You understand me? Because people will say, boy, I hit them first.
But
Yeah, I want that proof.
You got different ways of hit. You got different ways of hit people, though.
Yeah, of course. I just talking about that in a physical way. You know what I mean? We're talking about verbal contracts and all that stuff there. Yeah.
I feel it. Yeah, but man got to be bigger. Well, you know, because even the next part again, the apology. Not even the apology, the condemnation letter. Not even identify Dr. Daly. It would have been something like I have been informed that there was some destruction on a farm somewhere in the St. Thomas's region. You understand? You can't be so small in a life. Them kind of things there.
Oh.
No. From the leader? No. Listen, you could be the deputy and say that. He could have let the minister of agriculture say that. But you can't do that as the leader.
Listen, we all know that we could have seen straight through that. You understand me? But the man just do what he had to do. Who believe, who know? It's like, if you know, you know, you know. That's what I know. It's like a situation like, man, if you know, you know. You don't know how to do this, but I do it because of politics. Because of my job. You know what I mean? Look, the minister of agriculture not even get involved, and it's a agriculture matter. As even housing and land housing, whatever you want to call it. You understand me? We don't see Alexis talk about nothing to put in that. You hear the leader talking about this all the time. So you can see where the personal affects goes, you know what I mean? Because from the get-go, it was supposed to be whoever dealing with the land, the minister who dealing with the land, being reactive to the one there. But the premier now, you understand me, being active towards him, knowing that there were opponents and all that type of stuff there. You check it out. So he like, the minister of agriculture not get involved in a situation there. Why he don't deal with the affairs where he normally take picture, you know what I mean, to do whatever and let Alexis deal with that, knowing that Alexis feel. It's like you don't know nothing about health. You understand me? But you still want to do construction, you know nothing about none of each. You check it out. You only gonna know what the update you on. You understand me? So steady and receive your updates.
I just feel like, okay, here I am. On my journeys, Jason, I went for a massage, my brother. I had a wonderful massage. I think that the brother, because remember he don't go 4 seasons like that. So he need to go down by the spa and have a lovely, a couple's massage. You know what I mean? And release all his stress and relax himself because he just complaining too much about everything in life. You can't, he need to be happy. He never lose. He's been winning since like by-election 2008. He power for years.
Alan, let me squeeze in. Alan, let me squeeze in this, you know. You understand me? You think, watch out, I feel so bad for some of the 4 season workers them were laid off and not even get a severance yet, right? I will look, the boss take a picture down the playing golf. You understand me? And not an employee they are used as a caddy because what they laid off.
Just gotta get in there.
That the hot in, you know? You understand me? Imagine you see the boss down there play golf. Swinging Tiger Woods in your scunt down there. You understand me? You scunt home and wait for your severance. That the hot in, you know? When I see that, he hot. I said, boy, the 4 season workers balling by. If you know, you're not.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta. As I say, I hope he get to this spot after. You know what I mean? Because he just stressing out about too much of things. He's supposed to be happy in life. You understand? I hear the man cussing. The man cussing literally like the opposition ain't got no ideas. I feel like if they win 5-0, he still gonna cuss him. And he gonna be like, I can't even give me the opposition. You understand? He needs to
So, you
like
mean to
just,
tell me, he get three. He get three. He still a cuss?
that's what I'm saying. He get 3, he got 4 in the Nevis. I don't see what there is to cuss about.
Hey, hey, but hear the thing about it. It look like he had deal with everything. It look like he had the bulletproof vest for the two bar. He just had to call his shots and then fire back. He just had to call him body shots by. Me want a vest like that there. Me want
No
a vest
man,
like that there. Marker.
no man, but the good thing is the good thing is part of the thing them all we got to say is a federal issue. And he not got to deal with that. He got to deal with something
Well,
else.
lead
Is that
by
good?
example.
He get you out of anything, you know, that's a federal issue. I can't tell you about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a federal issue. You know what I mean? But look at it. You know, but life goes on, you check. But true with the politics, true we talking about the politics, you know what I mean? We got big up the women's them, you know what I mean? The women them in politics. I think I see some pictures going around, you know what I mean, on the internet, yeah. Everybody together, you know what I mean? I just want to big up the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, yeah, and
Yeah.
Dr. Janice Hodge, Daniel Hodge, you know, and Cleon Stapleton, Honorable Cleon Stapleton, Patricia Jeffers, I think I see J.D. Keynes, and I ain't sure, you know what I mean, but I see a couple people, you know what I mean, what supposedly supposed to be representing us soon, yeah, representing Nevis, you know what I mean,
Are we gonna include Latoya in that? Is it already
Lataya,
all right?
when
You know,
if she was there, we think she don't went somewhere else or something, so well, me could pick up Lataya. Lataya is a great athlete,
mm,
you understand me, and she's a great advisor. Women are born leaders. Yeah, she's
indeed.
doing great. Hey, don't vex when people up on our cost at about, oh, she get too much money or whatever. The woman went to college, the woman do what you got to get where you want. You ask me how I want vex. You do the same thing and see you get where you want. You check it out. And as we talk about that, you check it out, we talk about positions and all that stuff there. We all know this been going on for years within the system. Nothing new under the sun. You check it out. Even if you ain't got the degree or whatever, you know what I mean? Like maybe depending upon where you're there, experience sells. But when you're very selective of it, you know what I mean? It just make you wonder by it gotta be them people here agree with their wife who get them position legend. It gotta be them a do something, it gotta be them a support who get them position there. Because you got some people qualifying the job and can't get the position. But years and them out, and maybe the joiner got them there. You check it out. So you gotta think outside the box. Because desperate means be desperate measures, eh? So I ain't know. You check it out. You not go speculate like me. Let me do all the speculation. You check. All you do, you just think about it. Cause me hear people who get position, one I got no masters. You understand me? And people who got the masters now get position and all that type of stuff. So we gonna talk loud and proud about it because when we can't buy ourselves and we start to talk about it, this is how we talk it. We talk it rap. You check it out, bye. Because like I've been working with these people in Canada, like when you see some people get position, you hear the whisper, oh, I bet she's sucking his dick and those type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's worldwide. So when we talk about it, like I say go.
You ever identify the position, or you want to go to the next thing after that?
No, I'm speaking watch out, it happen in different departments or whatever. You check it
Oh,
out. I don't want to point out. I ain't want to point out no
oh,
specific department or whatever. It happen all around. You check it out. Even places in business where people start small businesses, right? And well, look, there a young lady. The young lady is to attract people to the bar, to the business place, depending upon where they work. You know what I mean? Because you may be working in a printing shop. Me only come there print paper because I go see you. You know what I mean? That's attraction right there. Same thing like a bar. You know what I mean? You come at something where you start to flirt with me. Well, look, you start to whisper in my ear. Well, look, me want to come back. Oh, you whisper in my ear again. You know? You check it out, so. Well, look, now the business owners them now end up fall in love with the workers them. Well, look, you start to read the workers them. What be happen now? The workers them then in the cash pan and take out what you want because I work out. Yo, you get the joiner. Me I get this here. You check it out. And me only said that to say this, like, what example you gonna set when your son or daughter come big? You know what I mean? After you don't do that. You check it out?
Yeah. I just realized it's raining outside. But anyway. Well, Jason, the only thing what that gonna lead is to the continued exploitation and inequality of women as far as labor is concerned. If we ever use them, you know, them it's there. But with one exception, and this is the part where like we ain't kind of I guess dealing with let we call it the adult gentleman industry. Because we're a big man, you understand? No, Jason, when I go all over the world in my travels, there is what you call, I mean, well, you got all kind of thing. You got strip club, you got butt naked, you got all kind of story.
Yeah.
Nevis, singers are nevis to me. I see them and pass something they say them about deal with gaming. Devices and them need to be sorted out. This thing, if you're trying to talk to me and you're telling me about tourism, going up in the mountain, going on the beach and scuba diving is one part of the experience. But big man, we want a casino. You understand? We want a spa, we want to drink, we want to eat. It's a whole experience we coming for. We ain't just coming for this one little story. You understand? And so as far as this adult industry, I mean, you see it becoming more popular, but we ain't really addressing it. We bring out, okay, for example, we bring out legislation say, wow, we got film in the industry. But we're not gonna legislation dealing with these adult ladies. You would hear down here say, man, and so how them and the test them and all these kind of stories. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be sorted out. Let me get the adult industry going. Yeah, be somewhere by night time. Up in the club. You check it out. How me sound? Guys, I take you off course. I take you off course.
No,
Sorry
no.
about that.
No, I'm not off course. I'm just going through the comments them I can, you know. Big up Chef Lewis, big up Richard Paris, you don't know. Keisha, big up yourself. Yeah, Jackie, you know, I want to go through the comments because I feel like I'm missing out on some things, you know what I mean? Jackie said, we don't know the whole story as to why the workers them are not being paid, which is, I talk about the severance pay for the full season workers, you know what I mean? And I just hope that they get paid maybe today or yesterday or whatever, you know what I mean? I hope tomorrow, you know? Yeah, whatever the road to success. Yeah, Chips, big up yourself. Yeah, I ain't bashing nobody. Hey, hey, I want to me not do right is something not nobody hustle. And with that, we say big up shots bar. Yeah man, second call the strings in the federation.
Right. And he just renovate to it. So me know if you know about that, but he tell me when I did a bus off that he do some renovation. So them they been shut down. So by the time they come out, them they supposed to open back up.
Yeah.
If not already.
Okay. I would give him a call and see what going on, you know what I mean? For those in Nevis and I mean, for those who say kids, you want to come over second coldest drinks in the Federation, you go check Shots Bar. You know what I mean? We go update you and let you know when it's open. If it's open or not, actually, because I haven't been in touch with them, you know what I mean? Maybe somebody in the comments go, you know what I mean? Help me out. Yeah, so big up everybody. Yeah, man. But somebody asked about a proper gentleman's club. Yeah, a proper gentleman's club, like everything proper.
Okay. So let me let you know right now. I'm supposed to go to one when I get out there. I was supposed to go before I went, but all kind of things. Maybe mash up. I was feeling good about life.
Okay.
So yeah, but again, on the flex, I won't tell you exactly how in they be. I've only heard descriptions, so I can't tell you exactly. But
Okay.
I would say the vibes, you know, it's profitable and not disrespectful. A lot of these married men need somewhere to go, you know? What they don't do. Just sleep out on the couch in the second bedroom. Let me give these men somewhere to go decent where they could feel like a man at least for a couple hours before they got to go home. So then again, that is the eventual.
By sometimes when someone want to feel like a man, they just call for the most expensive drink. You know?
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. And they know that's not gonna work.
But it's reality because guess what? When in we school days or whatever you want to call it, young days, you know what I mean? When we used to take off malt paper and make it look like we are drink Caribbean Guinness or something until we end up buying Guinness and we share it and we feel like a man. Sometimes we got malt there. I go hot for me just because you want to feel like a man and drink between big people, so you sip your malt. Put you know you get sweeter when you get hot. Turn back into molasses.
Where you see, when that just goes to show you. So I just trying to help these people. You understand? So they could be productive in society. It's key, I care. Now I'm here right now.
Somebody said the married men need to go exercise. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
But that's their problem. You know, me I walk up and down. So let them stop they get fat. A man like a jingle. Now me I tell you, me a tower there, you know. Yeah, me got to go up in the little thing where they got up, they go walk at the time. Walk in circles.
So Alan, question out of that into this, right? I see I went through the internet again from back home, you know what I mean? And I see some local entrepreneurs, you know, middle-aged entrepreneurs. I could call it middle-age, yeah. I could still call it middle-age, you know what I mean? Some people, you know what I mean, decide to have like they could make their own fencing wires, you know? Like I see a roll of fence, like they got the whole machine start out, so it's turning over into a business, you know what I mean? I hope the support is real for that. You check it out because, like, for instance, the machine is already here. You know what I mean? Hasfords and Tennessee are already here. You check it out, it got Builders Paradise already here over in Circuit. So I think that's if you want the money to stay in the country, you know what I mean? I think contracts should be organized with that because like that's one thing, you know, for sure. Gonna sell is fence because people still building houses, people want their house, people want their yard fence. You check it out?
Well, I would say big up to that. Whoever it is doing that.
Yeah.
Them man got to try to maintain what they're doing right now and try to think as broad as possible. You understand? Try to take this and specialize in it first and then go broad as possible. Because you're talking about fencing, you see, I just been a tell you about people need to get certificate of title for their land. So we talking about the same thing. People need to get their land in hand. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
if daily situation show you anything, you need to get some kind of security by your fencing. And then after that, now you start to deal with camera, however else
Of
you need to
course.
deal. But I mean,
Yeah, it's a great idea. I love it. I love it.
because I
I
will tell you,
love
even the
uh-huh.
ain't 100% fence up.
True.
So yeah, so maybe they could use the machine right over here, fence up over here. You see a comment?
True. Yeah. I see Jackie made a comment, you know. Jackie killing me. But when you talk about that, right, you know what I mean? But I just looking at the fact that something is already here where people normally rely on, you know what I mean? Maybe like they rely on the outside to get it here. And we got it here now. You understand me? So it's like support for support now. You just cut a deal with them, get a contract, say, yo, I want a minimum at least 50 rolls a week. You know? Yeah, you set up a contract with that, set up a contract. Yeah, all of that mean them pan. But I see a next one now. I think a guy named Hewlett or something so. Over at Prospect Industrial Site, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they there?
I am
Alan.
unsure of Hewlett. I am unsure of who Mr. Hewlett is. But
Okay. Whoever they be the making man. You understand me?
oh, I saw the machine. I saw the machine.
The camera fees for Nabi?
No, well, right now. But I saw the machine. The machine will make mass, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but them they're good things, you know. Because as I said, especially in this COVID time and COVID, as far as I could see what's going on out there. Because watch out, even though people are trying to fight COVID, right? But Jason and I went, kind of different thing. They went in line in different events and like amusement parks and all that kind of thing. You ain't got no social distancing. You can't have a social distancing for real. Because socializing means people are both up on one another.
Yeah,
Keep it
but
up.
if he got a mass machine, right? If he got a mass machine now after he can go produce like mask because of COVID, you know what I mean? What will happen when I be done vaccinated and all that stuff that don't need that? Where we reach to our herd immunity. You understand me? He better start to make toilet paper and pad. That way he need to start make. So he better think about the next idea after the fact. So tell him see get some idea from the topics from real entertainment network. When
Yeah.
the mass them start make make toilet paper and make pad before somebody do it. Somebody please start to make toilet paper and make pad, please. Cause he got more woman than man too. So that's a huge figure too. And he got some
Yeah.
you don't know he got some.
Yeah, you got to get a machine what could do all kind of multiple things. So hopefully it's not just a mass machine. Because outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
it's only the government you can deal with Ras University and the university over the medical university. So he gonna have to get something more stable. So once the machine could do all kind of different things, he's here. But the pandemic ain't going out for the next year or so. Only 1 year
Watch
without
out.
a salary.
Watch out. In this pandemic times, you know what I mean? If you don't see what people want, you understand me, don't go take it. I don't mention KFC, so that's an idea gone to somebody now. You check it out. I say keep music fest, you understand me? You see them line up too.
What if music first and he got a vaccine, you believe people don't take the vaccine?
What do you mean? Music fest before carnival? I don't remember people just still that time who think if the carnival go keep on, I don't know. Music fest
Okay,
right
so
there. So put them on the toes.
no. So just let me ask you a question. So you're saying if I go music fest, I got to take the vaccine, or the vaccine won't just be there and I could take the vaccine? Because if me got to take it, me not go. But if me could take it, I gonna go. But nobody gonna take the vaccine and go music fest. And the alcohol.
Well, you're not gonna take it. You're not gonna take it.
The alcohol gonna mash up, man. You don't care drink. You know, make no sense. Man, can't.
True.
I'm gonna tell you, them man can't organize the vaccine that we want action. The vaccine got to be a righteous move. If them man can make it righteous, give some kind of incentive, it ain't gonna be. You can't be carnival. Can't be carnival. It not matter. But people are finding other ways. That not matter.
Man, it's a
Check it
strategy after strategy.
Well, you have to adapt in life. Adjustment have to be made. So them man have to make an adjustment. You got to be a righteous.
Yes.
Man.
Yes, Chips. Yeah, we are not the master boss. So, yeah, it's a great initiative. But remember, you gonna got high season and a low season. So I think about for the low season, just somebody just think about, you know what I mean? Make him pad and all that kind of thing. Like. You check it out.
So we're going on. What's the next topic?
Remember they find a fellow over bad, right? They find a fellow over bad. So what they say, shallow grave and all type of stuff. You know, the guy is something. They found a body over bad, and allegedly, I'm gonna use the word alleged because I ain't reading the information. I ain't reading the information right in front of me. You understand me? I'm going to read what I saw, the information that I had. So I don't know if the information could change. So allegedly, the autopsy say, by the man, there are natural causes. And also, when we say, well, hold him in, so who dead for natural causes? Because he looked like he been fighting something, and he looked like the doctor they want to tell me he 90 or 80 going for 100 or something. I don't know.
Okay, watch out. So, you need to understand, when you say the natural causes, like, so what you mean?
I
Like,
don't know. Well, they find him by the water, so if he drown, I don't know if drowning is a natural thing. If he dead from gunshot, we don't know if being killed from guns, you know what I mean, murdering people is a natural thing. You know what I mean? Whoever dead, I don't know if he seem natural. You know? So that's my point of view for natural causes, you know, because these are things that normally happen. You check? So I want to know what them term be for natural causes.
So they didn't describe anything about a stroke or none of that nature.
Well, if they describe anything about stroke, but you find the guy with rope. You find rope. You understand me? So if he even commit suicide, you know what I mean? I guess it's a natural cause. I guess he been supposed to die then.
No. That is also that also counts as unnatural. Yeah, that one there, me not really know about that there. That one there is a rough one.
But hold on. They don't have a specific somebody that does the autopsy. does anyone do autopsy in Nevis right now? Think it's Nevis? They still have to fly in somebody from whoever to do autopsy and all that stuff like.
As far as me aware, somebody that are bringing, but me don't know if they
Well,
got me permanent.
well, whoever the fucking man they be, the man they do the fucking autopsy they on a video call.
No man, I don't want to believe that will be action.
Because remember when he come into work, he has to quarantine 14 days.
Definitely. But
So,
I don't know if that's here permanently.
That autopsy that happened in less than 14 days. So that man they do an autopsy there on a video call. They do it either via Zoom, Skype, or WhatsApp. Wherever you do it. You do it over a call.
No man. Nah, DJ in the case. I'm bad. You got to go open up our examine to determine the cause of it and all them kind of thing. Because if you tell me, for example, one of the things where you could see if there was any kind of markings, you know, whether around the neck or around the arms or the legs or anything, to see if he was restrained or anything in any manner. So you can't do anything that have a Zoom. You think that man do it have a Zoom? You think that man do a Zoom autopsy? You really think that man do a Zoom autopsy?
I asked you. Maybe he was here. It could be. Hey, I always pushing a speculation. You check it out. I just being me here, you know, because like I know they used to flying somebody, you know. So I want to know if he flying in all the time. He has to do this. Is he here for a while? You know what I mean, and come and go from time to time. I'm just saying, like, well, if he had to come in to do that particular autopsy, I ain't do the 14 days quarantine. You understand me? He's being exempt.
Oh,
Because he can't.
If he getting exempt, I just need to know where it is, wherever it is he do. I would like to be exempt. Whatever it takes to be exempt. That
A
is what I
diplomatic
would want.
vaccine. You want a diplomatic vaccine? Stupid hour.
Who are you the diplomatic vaccine? Which part of the diplomatic vaccine?
Me no know, me just a talk. Maybe man got diplomat. Wherever he come back, he got that kind of vaccine there.
Me not think that man take off the quarantine there for nobody. Everybody got to quarantine.
But I'm just saying, you know, because we got, hey, people, don't get me wrong, eh, but sometimes, right, there are questions where people fear to ask, you know what I mean? After when you do ask them, people go watch you like, after you really get the reality sinking, like, what is a good question, you know? You really ask her, it catch you off guard, it may be in at the right timing, but it's a perfect question, you know? If you're flying, you ask me to do autopsy. Is he being exempt because he can't wait the 14 days to do autopsy 14 days after? Is he being exempt? He's staying here in Nevis, think it's Nevis. I'm just asking, you know what I mean? So that's why me go say what me say.
If them man not exempt, them man would deal with them like the engine and them. I can't believe them man gonna exempt you. Because remember he got new facility. So them man could have kept that body there for a long time too. If them man want, them man could keep that there for a long time, you know. You got places to do it.
You feel so?
Yeah, but me don't know who that fit to foot the bill.
Well, condolences to the family. I hope everybody doing good. You don't understand tall still. They gotta move forward in their life. Yeah, man. And Alan, me not come here spend all night with you, eh? Cause you know we go still. Your fire done a shine. Mine not shine yet.
You want to shine
So,
all the time. Nobody fired the more shine than yours. Mine only a little shine. Mine got
there's
a
only a
little
little shine.
a little shine, but it got a good shine.
Yeah, but what me elbow? What me elbow?
Yeah, next topic. Next topic. Alright, give me the next topic.
To you know, man. You're some your time talking. I want to hear what you got to say, man. Talk to me. You know what I mean? Pick up the Real Entertainment Network, pick up East Ira, the War Fraternity. Yeah, man. Stand tall. Yeah, Paris Leafy Greens. Yeah, man. I got to try those lettuce, man. Yeah, at least Alan start to understand agriculture. You know what I mean? Maybe in a technical way, but a more informative also. So, yeah. Pick up everybody who tune in. I don't know what else Alan got to say what on his mind, you know what I mean? But I am ready for whatever he has to say. Alan, talk to me.
Okay, I want to talk about this movie industry story.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, here is my perspective. And sure, I depend currently. I got time, so I could find out what I know. I think um the producer, I think
Yeah,
he named Philip Martinez for MSR Media.
yeah.
No, I don't know all of these movies. As a matter of fact, I don't know none of these movies. Some of these movies I will be watching because some of them like look good for real, for real. I asked somebody and they would have tell me by it. They don't watch a couple of the movies. Them Barney don't work with Steven Seagal. He don't work with a couple of people where you would know.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody like what I would say like recently good. Like nobody was like pop off where you would know straight
Yeah,
off of your head. He work like with man like Jean Claude Van Damme, like you know from them
yeah.
times there.
I he do the movie there.
He 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 do a Jean Claude Van Damme movie. You check, and he do couple movies, man. He do couple things where you don't see. So Pan a legend. Um,
Okay.
as far as the story about building a film industry in Nevis, right?
Uh-huh.
These man take 2 months to do one movie. Eh?
Yeah.
No, that man said I'm gonna crank out 6 movies in a 12 months. You check. It don't take them man 2 months to do a movie. No, really and truly,
Uh-huh.
remember how we dealing with this thing. We actually want them stay long because the longer they stay, is the more money they're gonna spend and so.
Yeah.
And and it's the more the economy gonna feel it and people gonna feel good and watch that. What's that? No, they say that they does inject 1 million US on average into the economy every 4 months. And them I tell you they're gonna be here for at least another year. So by my
Mm.
calculation, that is about $3 million, roughly.
So they're gonna invest roughly 3 million US, you say?
Roughly. Yeah.
Okay,
That's the number.
how much passport that they be in EC?
I ain't do all of them that's there.
Well, you gotta find out how much your passport first. So you tell me how much a passport costs, then you work it out in US. Cause just a while ago, first thing you start off in US. So you wanna end off in US, so work it out to me in EC now.
Well, why you want me to tell you how much $3 million be in a easy? I have to tell you how much that be.
Well, I know how much I believe I got enough common sense to work out how much that be, but work out the cost for a
Okay.
passport after I see how much passport I be get.
By one how we go? 150,000 US? if you do it in the SIDF and 250 the next way, something like that. But the next thing what I would like to address, right? Because I would in the discussion, the interview with the premier last year, I would have bring up an art school and made a talk about that aspect of the thing there. You're a man who I guess people would want to say they ain't academically inclined, Jason, but the man could play on a guitar, you check, or the man could blow something, teach the man them some music. We dealing with the film industry right now. When you watch a young man like Pijan Nisbet, you understand? If we want to be like in film industry, man like a them man there, if you keep them here, that's what the art school is for. But them man supposedly that Jamaica, or Los Angeles, or New York, or somewhere where them man could have further them acting skills, where them man could have develop more skits and them kind of things there. You check it out. It's important if we're talking about developing this film industry, not to get caught up and not to get fooled in believing that you are going to develop it in 1 year. So we are hearing about how this film industry is going to come about. But you hear anybody being offered a scholarship to go to an art school. You hear that they are in talks for the development of these arts, whether it's music, whether it's acting, whether it's sculpting, painting, and these type of things. All we are doing is we are saying we are going to develop this wonderful film industry. But even in the industry, it was nice, you know. But then you even got the other side of, even if you ain't gonna send them man to an art school, what about the editing side? What about using these cameras? Right now, with these 4K HD camera and 8K HD camera, one of the camera them cost way more than the machine where them man can afford. It's 250,000 for some of these cameras. So why we don't start to teach man how to operate them or how to edit, how to use certain software. You know what I'm saying? These are issues. Just if we are really going to be building this film industry, not just talking to people and telling them, hey, you know, this is the birth of a wonderful film industry, and they're going to be
You know why? You know why you're gonna be so, because charity starts at home. And the reason why I say charity starts at home is because a lot of people in for us social media as a whole, you know what I mean? We tend to do a lot of things, especially women them, you know what I mean, for a lot of likes. You know what I mean? They go criticize a stripper, you know. You know what I mean? Doing the work who make a little money, you know. You know what I mean? And they're doing the same thing the stripper doing. It's just that they're posting it wherever on social media. They're not even got all the fans page who make money off of their own picture. You check it out? So with when these higher ups look at us, you know what I mean? They look at us as like, man, we only do this as a hobby. Like for instance, I'm a DJ. You check it out? These people ain't gonna take me serious as a DJ because they look at it as a hobby. You know what I mean? A lot of them gonna come, make sure buy drinks to the party, you know. Make sure buy food in the party, weed, all kind of thing. You understand me? Make sure they have a nice time. But we'll take one thing serious, the entertainment? No, sir. But I hope. Me not go pay. You understand me? Well, look, when the shit hit the fan, no, I should not hire you. You don't take me serious because you took my job as a hobby. You take my livelihood as a hobby. So a lot of people on social media, you understand me? They put up all the fancy picture when they got their butt there. They poured up their face, the woman them. You know what I mean? And you got some man like a Soto. Yeah. You check it out, they do all kind of thing for chicken dinner, I can't do this. Some of them are ambassador this or ambassador that. Whatever get, maybe a little tap up on the phone and a little eat out. You understand me? Me not knock the hustle. You like what you like. You check it out, but yo, when you realize people take you for dog shit, you understand me? It's because you actually are. You understand me? I only said that to say this. Pull up your socks. You understand me? Get more of a business head. Because when you see people, other people and so like Beyonce and all them things, that's what when we talking about them, the game paid, you know? Yeah, disclaimer cut in by you.
Yeah, man. So I just want, as they say, I do not get caught up in the smoke of hearing about this film industry and how wonderful it's gonna be. If we are really gonna develop any industry where you develop, got to get some kind of domestic growth. Any league in the world where you watch, anything in the world where you watch, you got to get something domestic going on. So, how are we really going to benefit from this film industry? Are we going to right now start to invest? Me no, you're not Tasha. What Platty answer?
Who?
Tasha, what a Platty from she from she used to be,
Stony Grove.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For example, my boy Tasha have a daughter right now who like do a backflip and end that day in a split. You understand? This young lady supposed to be in a dancing school, me G. She ain't. Listen, you got some people who talent is kind of too big for Navis, you know? Because what they could do is just like that. I need nurturing outside, and then that I would in turn them getting big. We could have more than one Cicely Tyson in a generation.
I was gonna mention how a while ago I said, well, thank goodness the movies come and Cicely Tyson not do nothing. You check it out. So he better than come than Cicely Tyson there. So rest in peace. Yeah, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Look, like as I mentioned dancing, I just remember my kid's mother called me, you know what I mean, telling me, well, Jaiska wanna go dance class. Yeah, so me just tell me how much it costs. Just tell me how much it costs. You understand me? If they wanna do that, they let them do that. After if they grow out and get fed up and wanna do something else, well, I'm gonna be behind 100%. You check it out because these are opportunities I never had.
The only thing I would like about for these dance like the local dance things them to do, them man got to be more. Don't just it ain't supposed to be just cultural my time or so. Because here where you're gonna do now, you're gonna spend money. I don't see money being spent for dance class and only like 2 times a year dance and keep them. And me I watch that dance and I say, what? 2 times a year? No man. It's a good exposure for them. Let them go along they got dance man. And build up the confidence and get accustomed to be on the stage. It's all
Of
kind of
course.
spill off effects those come out doing these things, you know. Build
Yeah, Jackie.
coordination.
I just was reading the comments. Huh? Yeah, Jackie, it's just starting. Let's see where the investment goes. Jasmine said she should be in gymnastics or dance. Yeah, true that. What was saying now, Alan?
Okay. Only one more thing I want to say, you know, and then we could go and go see people. The I see road projects was announced for Overbad and Butlers.
Butlers.
No, no, I'm happy for the bad one in particular because I used to be Overbad sometimes. So just like when the Craddock Road one happened, I am pleased. The Butlers one is, you know what I mean? I'm in Butlers when I'm in Butlers, but you know, that not really going to do nothing for me personally. No.
So doing the road, hold on, doing the road gonna create more jobs for people who ain't get the severance? Meaning like the eye depends on the works.
That ain't gonna create no job for nobody when you in the severance. I can't even go around and find some kind of way to create a job for nobody. That not gonna create no job.
Somebody better go over there go sell lemonade, but
yeah. Listen, is actually that was the honest kind of way I was seeing in my head for something. But then I'm just gonna SB shop. SB shop gonna be the base for wherever right now. So yeah, they're gonna get a little forward there. No, my thing is very simple. I please when people get rude. You understand? I would just let you say that I think that Hamilton it would be nice if Hamilton get a road. Somewhere in I think okay, whoever is responsible for these decisions. I am going to post this up at some point in time. But I was walking on a road in Hamilton, and let me tell you something about road in this. When you road white, your road is a concrete road. Your road is from a long time. When you road black, I don't know shit, this asphalt shit, yeah, that's I with good road. My road, ladies and gentlemen, is the latter. I got white road, I got concrete road in my house. I don't walk on my road and see people, you know, when you do road, people is always mark all kind of things in the road. I don't see a message in the road from 1969. Okay. So I would like all the people who is in the position of authority and who has made the decisions. I've been again a road since 1969.
But Alan, between the wish where you live, you know, between the mother nature, you know what I mean, tends to take over a lot because between the full of lovely green trees.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, between the full of lovely green trees from top to bottom.
Well, there's a lot of blue sky up there as well. So, what encourage them to do? And I would encourage them to realize that it's a balance. You understand? Yeah. So, and sometimes who ain't for you ain't against you. It's just saying for it. And that ain't a cause for you to neglect your job.
But don't get me wrong, eh? Don't get me wrong, eh? No, you start talking about the roads between them. If you look between there, right? You understand me? I would not do the road. I would not do the road for some of them too because we don't know who those people are. You know what I mean?
But I would like to ask you a question because I'm talking about going up by Carino. You understand? Going.
Yes.
I'm talking going all the way across today in a church going on. I don't want me dog all the way out there. All of that.
Yeah, but some people, some innocent don't pay for the guilty. Some innocent don't pay for the guilty between the two. You know, some innocent don't pay for the guilty between the two. I go say it how it is, you know, because I saw you going on. You know, I saw you going on. You check it out. Welcome to the Topiks, people. I saw we keep it. Me I tell you how we going on. You check it out. From you reach in the area there, you don't know who live in those areas there. You know what I mean? You don't know what hole you're in.
Yeah, I feel like them man would bring a lot of positive value to up there because as me I tell you, this is going up by Carino. This is going up by banana. Going up by Carino. Before you reach Carino, you're supposed to pass actually the Hamilton estate on the right, you know? And it even got a sign telling you that you're passing the Hamilton estate. No, you ain't gonna realize that you see the Hamilton estate with the amount of bush that is covering down the Hamilton estate. But you don't see a sign there and got some kind of words there letting you know where this and that. You also got the geothermal, which you say you're bringing online. I feel like that there is a major roadway. Because even I don't walk all by Hermitage. For me, I was going to do all up there, you know, and just connect it up. If you could connect Hamilton to Hermitage, well.
Yeah, I don't venture there already.
Yeah, man. If you do them, you start to show me things.
But Alan, you get me frightened when you say the word there, because when you say the word geothermal, you know what I mean? Me feel like election around the corner again, so we just duck a while ago when you say geothermal. Well, when I say geothermal back home, you know something me feel like I have back a cylinder blocks after me.
Well, you know that's what geothermal mean at all moments in time.
Yeah, once you hear geothermal, we don't know election are coming or something. Anytime you hear about geothermal, I'm like, okay, election coming back. Geothermal is in the air.
Hey, watch out. And I know I've been telling you that in the last, but I still got another topic. So
yeah, tell me.
This they were debated in Parliament the other day because they raised the amount of money that you have to pay for garbage collection.
Yeah.
So it was $10 and they raised it to $25. So they increased it by 150%. If my calculation is correct. And the argument of the gentleman at the moment in time was that it has not been raised since 2001. And how you could go this long time without raising things like these, especially when you look at the fact that solid waste has been doing a tremendous job. Now, first of all, as far as the garbage man, them doesn't put them on coming. The man does come like in the 5s and in the 4s. Them man cool, them man not do a good job. It's very similar to Nevlek, where the workers them man not do a good job. Them lines man and them open. Stamp pass and so them man in the place and so. No.
Yeah.
When I am talking about doing a good job, I do not confuse the management with the regular workers. It's like when they're talking about West Indies cricket, I don't confuse the players with the coach and the manager and the president and the people. They are different jobs. One might not reflect on the other. When you look at the job with the management, solid ways I do, and the always I bring up Hamilton, and you would have seen a video came out about somewhere in Hamilton which I don't express concern about. Me no really know how and one and you gonna tell me how they're doing this wonderful job and up there deteriorate like I saw. Before I left, I see the same thing what was on the video. He had a man went up there and showed the sheep. Me not talk about the sheep walk to there and then somebody tried the sheep in there. He got piece of concrete in there. You would see all kind of provisions to where somebody could have feed their hog. All kind of thing could have been done with them provision there. You see how they are increasing the fees for when you drop off things, understanding that we're having an issue where people are going and just dumping these things. I feel like a lot of consultation should have been done rather than just saying, well, but we're gonna raise this thing in a long time. Let me do it. And in the legislation too, them under the place them in the US too. I want to believe we turning into a US country.
Expats by. The expats them winning by.
Telling you check it out. So I just feel like that there is a conflicted move. You want to raise this thing. Watch out. When you used to pay $10, remember, $10 a month is $120. 15 hours, 180. Not even 15, at 25. So you gonna to change it out. So
Yeah,
me
but-
got to go find I me got to go find now actually $180 just to get me garbage pick up. And me live in a Hamilton where people are come and I throw away garbage. And that only one section. I mean, I tell you got the section where man got truck tire, he got the Jeep tire section, and he got the car tire section. And then he got the microwave, he got the old toaster, and ain't good enough.
It's like a store, it's like a rejection store.
Me I try to tell you, everybody with their old things, they just come Hamilton and they just have their things. And
Wow.
and the same thing what the Rasta man said, me can't understand. People come up there. No, coming to Hamilton to ride makes sense to me. It's lovely. Very cool. Out of the way, but it's still right there and it close. But if you're going in a particular region, then, ain't got nothing nice in there. Alright?
Bye.
No.
I go tell the audience this. Yeah, so if anybody know the region what we're talking about, is like the Pinnis Hamilton industrial area. You know what I mean? Where they got the lots and they got big houses up there too, you know what I mean? Nice houses up there in certain areas and all that type of stuff there. And I tell somebody, I guilty of it. You know what I mean? After like guilty of what? I ride up there too. You know what I mean? Like as a young man, you know what I mean? You're gonna want to be adventurous, spontaneous. I went up there and it was a nice place to ride, looking off and watching Four Seasons lights on the pier.
It's lovely. Can remember you go see sing it like too.
Of
You're in a
course.
bed. It's a wonderful view.
Like you could hear somebody talking from down Four Seasons and the echo half reach up the right but you disturb you while you're riding just to show you, you know? It's also a place you can cool out to. So no one will feel like I'll be just slug on there and ride. Because you see people there don't garbage now. The riding don't gone out that taste.
Jason, it was so sweet. Remember, me don't know if I mean I see them recently, but you could have go there and see all the firefly and thing. And fly in the night.
Yeah.
Of
course.
It's an experience, it's a vibes. But what me say is we are destroyed that by going there and dumping garbage. That ain't kind of meditation where it was. That's not.
Let me
the
tell you what
vibes.
happened in this situation. You got people that do work for people in terms of you got some me not say all, you got some people that collect garbage from people. You understand me? And rather paying the dump, they pay the money to their pocket. So now we bearing the consequences now of paying the extra $15, right? To assess with your bullshit. You check it out. So it look like we're being punished for that. So since nobody getting catch and nobody being charged for all the dumping there, it look like by who? Let me just trickle the money for everybody else now.
Them man got to do something, including them man got to look into something with recycling, man. I think it's possible they could see themselves something. They could do something with recycling. Juice.
You talk about recycle. They got a whole shit pit out there don't even cover. You just expose. You could go there and just dump your shit in a dump truck and just right there. Everything they open, nothing they covered like at the next landfill. everything open like a pan. You hear me tell you?
Which part of Nevis is this?
Wow, over in sideways. I ain't never done sort it out yet.
It's a good thing I don't spend very much time over there, so I hope I am not infected or affected by any of that circumstance.
Wow, but some of them are only concerned about themselves because some of them gonna get truck of their own and them work for the government, you understand me? And make sure the truck get to eat too, rather than somebody else who are fully into the trucking. You check it out, them a manager for business or want bring in their own truck or do whatever, rather than them somebody else who eat or whatever. Even employ somebody to drive the truck at least. You know what I mean?
Things. But
I say you go.
okay.
It's 10 o'clock.
I give me last. Like I got thrown out, man. Oh, it looked like Jason is the one who got thrown out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in that case, if I could hear me at all, this concludes the quarantine edition. Next time I'm gonna be nice for the next show. Have a good night.